Good morning and welcome to another reflection session today. For the last few days, we've been talking about be prepared. And today I want us to look at something that is very, very critical, something that is very, very important. Because one of the reasons why I have said that we must be prepared is because blessing, lifting can come at any time. And you want to be ready. You want to be ready. As I looked at today's teaching, I went to Esther chapter 2. Esther chapter 2, and it's the story of Esther who was supposed to be presented before the king. The amazing thing about this is that Esther prepared for 12 months, a full year, for one single night with the king. A full 1 year, 12 months, 365 days preparation for just an opportunity for one single night with the king. I have said to us already in the last 2 days that you may not have notice of that lifting. You may not have notice of that promotion. You may not have notice of that breakthrough. You may not have notice of that miracle. But you have to be prepared because it will suddenly come on you. We go to many meetings, many different meetings. We go to Bible studies, Sunday service. We go to breakthrough meetings, miracle meetings. We go to special programs. And just one single one of those meetings may be the one that you will receive your miracle from. And that's why sometimes when people think it's too much trouble for them to be in God's presence, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. You have to be prepared. You have to be on the move at all times so that when the day of your lifting comes, you will be present there. Now, I don't know why I'm going into that this morning because that's not what I actually prepared for. But I'm remembering the story of a friend of mine when many years ago, she was believing God for a child. And I called her. I said, I'm on my way to this meeting this morning. Please come with me. She gave me various excuses. You would not believe it. The minute I sat down at that meeting and ministration began, the first problem that was mentioned was her problem. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. There were no mobile phones in those days. No cellular phones. Throughout that service, I was fidgeting. I was like, hey, this girl missed her miracle today. She missed it that day. Because that day was her day. But she had an excuse. God finally had mercy on her because many years after, God blessed her with children. But that day, I'm too busy. I don't feel like going today. I pray that you will not miss the day of your visitation. Let me go back to what I prepared for today. So, when there's a meeting, when there's a Bible study, when there's a Holy Communion service, when there's a special program, whatever it is, be faithful and be there. Because the one word you need that will change your situation may be coming through that meeting. And if you are not there, you are not there. You are not receiving it. Esther prepared for 12 months. 12 months. Waking up every morning for one singular purpose. Just to have one single night with the king. This was like what we will call playing the lottery. There was no guarantee that with her one night with the king, she would be the one chosen. But look at the seriousness and commitment with which all the virgins that were put in that harem focused on that one thing, that we want that night with the king to be outstanding because I want to be the one chosen. So for 12 months, they will wake up in the morning, they will apply oil all over them, they will beautify them, they will put ointments on them, perfumes on them, experiment with different makeover styles, just for one night. And I'm sure it wasn't even a full night. I'm sure there will be some people, when they opened the door and they went into the king, after 1 hour, the king will say, I don't like this one. There will be some, the minute they open the door and they look in, the king will look at them up and down and say, I don't like this one. Are you tired of waiting? 12 months of preparation led to a defining, destiny-changing night for Esther. 12 months of waiting, doing nothing except cosmetic preparation. The only additional thing Esther received was favor from the keeper of the harem. I'm looking at Esther chapter 2. Go and read the full story after. Who specifically schooled and prepared her, gave her some tips about how to conduct herself when she had that entrance to the king. She spent time to be mentored. She humbled herself and allowed herself to be mentored. She was a dutiful, diligent student on time. And this eunuch picked her out of many and said, you know what, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. And he began to tutor her. 12 months to sleep for one night with the king. 12 months of preparation. Some of us have been exposed to special training, special teachers. For those of you who have been on reflections, it's a special time of preparation for you. Right now, we've had about 160 sessions. You need to go back and listen to every one of them. I'm not saying it because I'm the one who is teaching you during reflections. I'm saying it because I stand on a firm footing, knowing that it is God that gives me every message I give to you every morning. Every day I come here, I listen to God. There are times I go back and listen myself. And I'm in awe at what was said. I know it's not me. I know it's the Holy Spirit. Sometimes I'm crying, listening afterwards. Sometimes I begin to pray. Serious prayer for myself. Because when I'm speaking to you, you know, it's not that time for me, for myself. Be prepared. Be prepared. Seize every learning moment. Every learning moment, seize it. Joseph was prepared for 17 years before he finally ascended, he became prime minister. David was prepared for over 20 years, alone in the wilderness. But he was diligent, he was dutiful. Are you tired of waiting? You better start your preparation. You better start your preparation and stop murmuring and complaining. You better listen to teaching. You better seize every moment to learn. It doesn't take God time. It took God a few seconds when Esther came before the king, for the king to make up his mind that this is the woman for me. But she had prepared for 12 solid months, focused on that one thing. And God had sent her a mentor, who his name was Haggai, the keeper of the harem of the king. And she had humbled herself under him to learn from him. Humility. An insatiable desire appetite to learn, diligence, and appreciation. Appreciation. Gratitude. She appreciated what was being taught her. She appreciated the opportunity given her. She appreciated Haggai the eunuch who was mentoring and discipling her. It paid off for her. Be prepared. Because in the twinkling of an eye, in a split moment, that opportunity, that breakthrough, that miracle, that word of knowledge, that word of wisdom, that word of prophecy, that word that will bring a miracle, that word that will inspire faith, in a moment, in a split second, will be released. In a split second, lifting will come. Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Don't be tired of waiting. Use every moment to prepare. It's been wonderful having you. And if you have not been sharing, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share with people. It's part of being grateful. It's part of being appreciative. It's part of your preparation. Because as you are sowing in the life of other people, this message is this opportunity. God will send you the reward of blessing that you have been waiting for. If you eat all this all by yourself and you don't share with other people, the multiplication of blessing that this is supposed to bring to you, you will be losing it. So go ahead and share and subscribe and encourage people to listen in, to go to YouTube. And as you sow, it is your own preparation for a bountiful harvest. It's been wonderful having you. It's Fumi Obilano. Reflections.